Ram qualifying races, round 11 of the FI Motocross World Championship, MXGP of Lombok in Indonesia. The MX2 qualifying race just to the outside. Kevin Horgmo went down. Lucas Koenen got run off track as Jago Geerts led the way through the first couple of corners. Close behind him was Roman van der Moosdijk, but Rick Elzinga briefly found his way into second. But as soon as he did that, Van der Moosdijk was back into that second place. Simon Langenfelder then, top of your screen, moved past the Dutchman to move into third. Shortly after that, so too did Adamo. Elzinga was all of a sudden down in fifth place until 72. Liam Everts burst through on lap 2 to take over that fifth position. These two riders, Kai de Wolf and Sascha Koenen, banged bars earlier on in the race, but it was de Wolf who eventually worked his way through into 8th, and then later on, a decent pass on Thibaut Beniston put him into 7th position. Langenfelder and Adamo battled over 3rd and 4th place. This was the move that de Wolf managed to put on Beniston on the final lap to take over 7th place. Beniston came home in 8th, but no one a match for Jago Geerts, who won his 5th Ram qualifying race of the season from Van der Moosdijk and Langenfelder. Adamo came home in 4th place from Liam Everts, Rick Elzinga, Kai de Wolf and Thibaut Beniston. The 2 final points going to Sascha Koenen in 9th and Lucas Koenen in 10th place. Just missing out on the points, the likes of Jan Panzer, Emil Weckman, Camden McClellan and Kevin Horgmo. Horgmo down on the deck at turn 1. As for the championship, Adamo extends his lead now from 5 to 9 points over Thibaut Beniston. De Wolf is 16 adrift with Geerts now 4th. He was tied with Everts coming into this weekend, but the Belgian number 72 now 4 behind Jago Geerts. Then we've got Van der Moosdijk, Lucas Koenen, Langenfelder, Horgmo and Panzer. MXGP qualifying race. Look at the first 5 or 6 gates over on the right-hand side. Prado, Fevre, Seewer, Fernandez, Valandren, and trying to go around the outside, Koldenoff on the 259, but it was Prado who just hung on as they dropped into turn 2 from Seewer, Fernandez and Fevre. Koldenoff was there, but then he just ran off track, look, got nudged aside. Watson made a good start in 5th place. Fernandez, though, charged down the inside, different rhythm combination as he charged into 2nd place with that move on Seewer. They bang bars again and again here. So twice in the space of 2 corners for these two. But Fernandez eventually went around the outside of the Swiss to take over 2nd. And then, what, 4 or 5 laps later, Roman Fevre also found his way past the Yamaha man to move into 3rd. And then Seewer somehow stayed upright as he jumped off track, and that was his charge done. He would come home in 4th place. Koldenoff, who fell to 12th, eventually took 7th away from Alberto Ferrato, just at the halfway point. And despite closing in on Ruben Fernandez, Roman Fevre couldn't do anything about the number 70 ahead of him, and in the end would settle for 3rd position. No one a match for Jorge Prado, though. The Red Bull Gas rider crossed the finish line to win for the 7th time the Ram qualifying race in MXGP. Ruben Fernandez crossed the line 2nd. Roman Fevre was 3rd. And Jeremy Seewer crossed the line 4th, ahead of Valentin Guillot, Calvin Valandren, Glenn Koldenoff and Albi Ferrato. Again, the final 2 points going to Benoit Paturel, and in the points for the first time, Alvin Osland, JWR Honda coming home in 10th place. Just missing out on the points, Ben Watson, Mitch Evans, Petr Petrov, Hardy Ruziorg. Then we've got Stuart and Murray there, the 2 Aussies. And in the championship, Prado was 101 clear of Roman Fevre. He's now 103 clear with Hurlings 26 back. Of course, Hurlings not here. Fernandez 3 behind the bullet. Seewer now 5 behind Fernandez. Koldenoff, Valandren, Ferrato. Guillot and Guadagnini ran out the top 10.